This episode is brought to you by Computer Solutions R Us. Phil and his team hooked us up with all of our computers, and he can do the same for you. Head over to Phil at Computer Solutions R Us and tell him Inside the Game sent you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Game, your one-stop shop for everything cool in video games. I'm one of your hosts, Drew Bosley. Before we get started, don't forget to head to InsideTheGame.ca, where there you can be a part of the show. Now, some housekeeping news. The guys from ITG are heading to NGE, the Northern Game Expo, on Saturday, April 27th. We're there. We're going to have a booth and a panel, both giving away a bunch of games. So stop by and say hello. Coming up on today's episode, Google has announced their latest idea of what the future of gaming looks like. Corey and I take on the role of a tiny little mouse. Nate and I jump into one of the biggest open worlds out right now with The Division 2. All that and a whole lot more on today's show. First, here we go with the Inside Scoop.
BioWare's general manager, Casey Hudson, posted a blog on EA's website kind of about Anthem's post-launch. On the one hand, it's been a rougher launch than expected, but then as I think back, we also knew that big new online games tend to hit some kind of problems once they go live. He indicates that the team could not see the issues until the game was operating at the scale of millions of players. We were, of course, very disappointed about that, as were many of you, Hudson admitted. The team is aware of the issues, and the live team has worked hard on all that and have patched or made over 200 improvements in stability, look, progression, and customization. BioWare continues to monitor feedback and will be working on a number of issues, including endgame loot and progression, game flow, stability, and performance, and that updates addressing each of these should be coming soon. At the end of the blog, Hudson says that while Anthem is a little different than we've done before, games coming in the future will be different with Anthem. So it takes a lot of courage to be upfront and transparent with your community about your game. So seeing that Casey Hudson do this, it really, it shows a lot. And I think moving forward, Anthem has a lot of potential, and just from these 200 fixes that we've already gotten, we have good things coming ahead.
Oculus has announced a new version of the Rift, the Oculus Rift S, coming for $399 American this spring. Oculus Rift S, $399 American and $530 Canadian. This new version offers a few changes from the original Oculus. One of the major design changes for the Rift S is there will be no need for external sensors at all. Higher definition, but at the cost of a slightly higher weight. With the phasing out of the old Oculus model and the introduction of the new Oculus model, a whole new wave of VR games is going to be easier and less cumbersome to come.
All right, all you Sea of Thieves fans, one whole year of sailing's in the books. We got a huge update coming for year 2. The anniversary update is a game changer that takes Sea of Thieves to a whole new level, packed full of new content that's guaranteed to have something for everyone. Tune into a series of live streams on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube, where we'll share more details, insights, and glimpses from behind the scenes on the run-up to the April 30th update. The first anniversary preview update is coming on April 10th. It's called The Arena. It's an all-new competitive game mode that will let you and your friends test yourselves against other crews in fun and fast-paced matches to amass the most loot. The next preview on April 16th, The Hunter's Call, is a new trading company that gives you more ways to play and progress towards Pirate Legend. And finally, the last preview update, April 23rd, Tall Tales, Shores of Gold. This is Sea of Thieves like you've never seen it before. Tall Tales are all a collection of story-rich quests that are played out in our shared world and can be fully experienced by yourself or with your crew. And for more info on the entire update, make sure you head to our website at InsideTheGame.ca.
So we knew Google was up to something, whether their streaming service was going to be a gaming platform, a console, some kind of way with the internet, Netflix kind of style, We weren't quite sure. They had their press note, and the guys and I went into a huge discussion about it. All right, guys, so Google had their press conference at GDC just the other day, and
Kind of a big deal.
kind of a big deal because they are bringing what we all anticipated. It was some kind of streaming Google gaming platform of some sort, but it's Stadia, which is an incredible announcement from Google, bringing this instant 5-second into your game streaming service, whether it be on your phone, your tablet, the computer, the TV, wherever you are, and with the connection, you can then just start playing games.
Sounds too good to be true.
It does.
It really, like, announcements like this get people excited. This seems like a game changer if we've ever seen one in the video game world, as far as moving away from our traditional console style platform or even a PC in this for this.
Well,
matter.
that's just it, because there is no actual console.
No.
It's all backdoored into Google's network on the internet, on a server, on the Stadia server. Everything backdoors around the internet. Oh man, the rumor is out there that all you need is a 25 meg speed internet, and you get access to 1080 at 60 frames per second.
That is insane.
I just don't know how they can achieve something like that with those numbers. I mean, we all know what our internet connections at home are like.
Sure.
And, you know, if you if you live in a rural area that's not, you know, in a city or something like that, your internet speeds can be slow. Your upload downloads aren't going to be that fast.
Yep.
But 25 megs is nothing.
Doesn't seem like enough.
No.
No, that's because of how they formed, how they built all these servers to take on 20 billion people.
So how long have they been thinking about this?
Well, obviously for a while, right? Now they've reached out, so they have Phil Harrison, used to be a big addition over at Xbox, brought him in. And then they just brought in Jade Raymond,
Which was huge.
to let her head a studio, be a first-party studio. Like, Google is not messing around. They have top-tier names on this platform, and after watching the keynote, honestly, this is when everybody says, "Were we gonna have that one day where there is no box and we can all just play on one system?"
We talked about this on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We said, is there ever going to be a universal platform? We said, nah, probably not. There's just too much exclusivity with some of the Sony and Xbox and stuff like that. Well, Google might have just kicked the door down on this.
The walls were falling with the Nintendo Xbox combination. We have no idea where that was going to go. I'm still curious, but
Yeah.
now after this, what are they going to do?
Well, this is a game. Okay, here's a concern now is,
Okay.
let's talk about price structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Right?
speculate on this.
Yeah, this is the big speculation of, do we pay for the game or do we pay for like a Netflix a la carte
Subscription fee.
service,
Yeah.
right?
So if they
What are you
do a
thinking?
subscription, they need to make it affordable, because 35, like if you're paying $30 a month, yeah, you get lots of games, but
You have to really use it. To
you
make
gotta
that
really use that to
sure.
want to do that. So maybe if it's like Netflix, where they're like, or Game Pass, $10-12.
Yeah.
It's less of a hit, right? People look at it on an annual basis and go, okay, I'm
Exactly.
only spending, you know, $120 for the year for this subscription. Well, you know what? You buy 2 games nowadays, and you're already paying more than that. You're paying $160, $200
Yep.
for 2 games now. So if we can get some sort of service where we bring in a low price point like that and have the ability to have access to all these titles, because I mean, if they're already starting with some of these titles, I can imagine. Are they going to flush the entire community with AAA titles? And how are they getting these titles, right?
Yeah.
And what titles are they going to get in the future? So all this playlist of games is what's really going to drive it, because all these cool features are awesome, and they're things that are new to this whole kind of community, this video game community. But if they don't have the titles to drive it into the future, then that's where it could struggle, right? And like I said, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, because
Yep.
we're talking this up so much, right?
Yep.
There's so many awesome things that are coming to this platform, but again, like you said, controller you may not love, but again, they probably have the choice to have different style controllers as this goes
I
forward.
imagine.
If
to
you're on a
customize.
PC, you plug your Xbox controller into the PC, and away you go.
No
you
way.
don't have to go with the Stadia controller.
It's
But
the
it's
freedom
an
is
option,
crazy.
right? So basically, the starting point is the service. How are we getting the games? Are we getting a monthly service, or are we buying the game? Right?
Because how are these AAA titles? I know Epic, they make their money via microtransactions.
Sure.
But what about The Division and all these other games where You know, it's just like usually they make their money off that $100 plus their season pass.
Yeah,
But now if it's all
Stream
a
service,
subscription, are we
based?
gonna get season passes now? Is that gonna
Absolutely.
be a thing?
That
I think
will
that'll
never
still be a
change.
thing.
Yeah,
So
I
you're-
don't see that changing.
So
Right? But it's
so you're gonna pay for DLC for a game you don't even own.
That's a unique
well,
thought,
that's
yeah.
That's
kind of how it works now, to be honest, right? We have codes. We get codes, we download the game, and that's it. When my Xbox dies,
If you haven't had the ability to transfer some of that data over, you may lose those games.
there is a cloud service, right, with the Xbox,
Yeah.
with the PlayStation, and moving forward and all that stuff. And Xbox and PlayStation, more Xbox have said, moving forward, there's always going to be back compatible, right? So there's always going to be, but everything now is just a rental service. How do you get your music? How do you get your movies?
Yeah.
It's the same deal, right?
Subscriptions,
Moving
subscriptions,
forward now
subscriptions.
with video games, we're getting into the exact same thing. So now instead of buying a $600 box, I buy what, $100 controller and then a service.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get into.
That's really interesting, man.
It's way more accessible for people that maybe necessarily couldn't buy a console or a PC. And for me, I'm interested to see what the answer is from Microsoft, from Sony, from, well, Nintendo's probably just going to supersede and say, we're Xbox's little brother right now. So we're just going to let the big brother take care of this and see. But I mean, it's going to push the Microsoft and Sony to do maybe things that they haven't thought about yet. Because this is a progressive service that's probably going to keep changing as they go, and what they've given us just a taste right now, they're going to improve on and they're going to grow on it. So to me right now, it's limitless because I didn't even think what they're doing now is possible. So we don't know what they have planned for the future. It'll be interesting to see how this progresses going forward, how we get more information on this.
All these big names in the industry are now joining it, and then all these AAA companies or AAA titles are coming up through it. So I'm kind of wondering what are the Google exclusive going to be?
Well, that's where you get Jade Raymond, right? And her first party studio to start developing all these things.
Google exclusive games. It just sounds weird to say that.
I mean,
It's a
I
form of
was a little
console
bitter at first because I'm like, Google, get out of our gaming market. You're in everything else already. But now,
If they can improve it like this and show the console developers, anybody that's in the gaming community already, and show, look what you can do, look what we can achieve.
Yeah.
This is huge for the entire community as far as I'm concerned. Whether it's a negative impact on some and a positive impact on the other, this is huge as far as I don't know. I'm excited.
Stadia is an absolute game changer. Let us know your thoughts at InsideTheGame.ca. All right, Corey, you and I are checking out a small little mouse of a tail. All right, Corey, you and I jumped into Ghost of a Tale by Seath CG.
Yeah.
Man, this is really kind of cool. This is up my alley, too. It's a stealth game.
Yeah.
So,
As soon as I knew it was a stealth game, like, you're gonna love this.
oh, yeah, I'm in. I'm so sold.
Exactly what you want. And this isn't your everyday stealth game.
No, this is unique, absolutely.
The first thing that catches me as soon as you turn the game on is just the way the whole environment looks. Yeah, I wasn't really know what to expect when we jumped into this. We did watch a small preview of it before we did a review.
We did that on the Gamescast.
Yeah, and it drew us
Yeah.
in. We were like, what is this game?
Yep.
Checked it out. We're like, oh, we gotta try to get a code or try to get our hands on this game.
I
Right?
reached out, they hooked us up, so we really appreciate that for sure. It's so cool. I'm so happy that we were able to jump into this game.
It was a fun one to jump into
Yeah.
because I'm not huge on these stealth games. I haven't played one in a long time, so I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And we're following Tilo. He's a small mouse that has been captured and imprisoned in this dungeon for we don't really know why.
Yes.
And I guess the whole idea of the story is to kind of uncover the reason why you're there, but also he's looking for the love of his life, Mira.
Yep.
And for me, when you get into it, you start in your cell. And the first thing I noticed is like, oh, look at the cute little mouse on the screen, right? He's got a little hood. And, he's just,
cool.
the way this game looks just draws you in immediately before you even start playing it.
Yes.
And then we actually get into some of the controls involved with the game. It's a pretty basic setup.
It is, and I honestly had some issues controlling it with camera angles because when you get in close to some of these environments and you're trying to spin the camera around, it kind of like clips out a little bit and
Yeah.
you lose where you're at, especially when you're trying to see your enemy, which is the giant rats.
Yeah, these rat guards, let me tell you, what you would picture as a rat guard, that's what these guys
Oh,
are.
so
these,
cool.
These kind of big, stinky looking things.
Yeah.
They got armor plating. They're not the smartest guys out
No.
there. But the whole idea is to basically do all your quests and do this entire game without being noticed at all.
Yes.
I mean, you will get noticed at times, and there are
Oh,
things
man.
that they give you tools in the game, whether it be bottles, slime jars, certain things that allow you to circumvent these guards.
Yeah.
But for me, what I found off right off the bat is that my heart starts racing. They kind of throw you into a couple scenarios when you first start the game to get kind of used to how this game mechanic works.
Yep.
The whole running, hiding. And the nice thing is they kind of teach you the hiding places for your mouse. So if you get detected, you have to kind of find one of these places. You got to break line of sight contact first
Yes.
with whoever's detected you or chasing after you, and you have to find somewhere to hide. And they kind of give you these chests and barrels and all these different kind of things to hide. And the thing that got me is the first time I hit in a chest.
Yeah.
So I ran around a corner from a rat guard and I jumped in this chest. And what it does is it actually takes the whole view of the screen and what you're seeing on screen. It's like you're looking through the period opening of the chest
cool.
door.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you be like, oh God, you don't want to be found. You know, you're scared, right? And then the rat guard comes in, you see him, and he's looking around. He doesn't see it, and then he goes back to what he's doing.
Yeah.
And for me, that was a really cool aspect of this game.
I really do enjoy that aspect. I'm a huge stealth player myself. When it's a stealth genre, that's my preferred genre. That's where I always tend to hide and go and play myself. So when I'm playing as this mouse who I can completely customize with the loot I found within the area, whether I got a pirate hat on and an eye patch or I got a pumpkin head or whatever's going on, some armor, right?
Yeah.
It is so cool because you get into this quest of you're out to look for these roses who kind of help unveil the story of your love of the life and that kind of thing. And you're working your way through the castle and you're going into these chests. Not only can you pop into the chest, but you can loot the chest.
Yeah, some of them have items in them. Not all of them have stuff in them. And
Nope.
it'll actually prompt you as you approach it if it's empty or there's something in it, and you can search through and you get some cool stuff actually.
Corey, if you were going to wrap this up, what are you going to score Ghost of a Tale?
Well, like I said, I'm not a huge stealth genre guy. It's not that I don't enjoy it, I just haven't played many games.
Yep.
And for me, this I thought was a really good entry into the genre, and I had a lot of fun playing it. It looks great, minus a few control issues. I felt getting around the map was really good. I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what? I'm almost right there with you. I really do love these games. This is my preferred genre. From great visuals, couple camera bugs, inventory system is fantastic.
So good.
I really do love this game. 8.5 for me.
Ghost of a Tale has a really beautiful art style that makes sneaking around the environment really fun. The stealth controls are simple and easy to pick up, but in tight quarters, camera angles and controls can be a little sensitive.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Game On segment. We're kicking it back to one of the originals that we started with. This is Nidhogg 2. Right now, the leader is Nate with 2. But, I say but, this is going on for fun because as of next week, we are stepping it up. Kind of giving the Game On segment a facelift, if you will. Well, let's jump into this. We're going to do Winner Moves On. We've decided on a tournament structure that we think will work out well for this. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it!
All right. We're going to go with a time limit of 5 minutes.
Because this could go on forever.
It can go on.
Yeah,
so
this
we're
game's
warming
got a
up.
battle and a half in it.
All right, so we're going to get started there with Corey and Scott. They'll get us going. And then Nate and I will battle out, and the winners will move on from there. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Customize your thing.
All right, so Corey's player 1, Scott is player 2.
Okay, is there... Oh, okay, so it just picks the level for us.
Oh, you know, train.
No.
Can you imagine? It's not the train. Oh. All right.
All right.
Okay, you guys go. All right. This is a... Oh. That's a good-
I didn't mean to throw it.
Wow.
That was so.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh.
This could be a lot of back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go. There we go.
It begins.
Whoa. That's Corey's like, nope.
Let's give you the
Turn
stare.
around. Oh,
See
yeah.
ya. Ah, sneaky.
Go the other.
He dipped me.
And I'm gone.
Oh, nice throw.
Not that time.
This game is hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I know, but I'm waiting to time it, man.
Yeah, you can't see through there.
Oh no, I didn't think you could do that for some
The
reason.
weeds are
I
tall.
was just getting ready to shoot.
Yes.
Oh,
That
one
chop
slice.
is vicious.
Ooh, never.
No!
Oh, right in the back.
Oh, right in the knee.
And your toesies. Oh!
Oh, you deflected it. Just run, Corey.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
Oh.
Oh.
Those kicks.
Oh.
Sometimes you gotta challenge.
Oh!
Oh.
Sneaky.
That's so up and down, back and forth. Oh. There you go.
Oh man! It's so unforgiving.
The minute you get a lead, you think you're going well, and then I'll just turn.
Oh, how'd you pick up my bow?
This is my bow now. Never mind.
Oh, Corey making sure he's dead. Oh.
You
Oh, no, wait, no!
Oh, you had nothing, Corey.
No, I know.
Yeah. Oh.
Boy, you tried through.
No, I was gonna say no way. No way.
That came through.
I know. I was like, if it goes screens, I'm screwed. Oh
Corey commits suicide.
3-1.
Dang.
Oh, Scott did it. Scott, give it back. There you go. Oh, Scott threw his weapon.
Oh no, I gotta go this way.
no! You don't.
It's not worth.
Oh, he deflected it. Man, I can't get past that screen.
Whoa, Corey got lucky. His life was there.
And then I threw it. Whoops.
Scott, I don't need a weapon.
Bye.
Ah, yeah, nice. Oh, got him. Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Back and forth, middle screen.
This is a battle, man.
How you do?
Oh, Scott. It's a good thing this is on time limit, man.
Yeah.
Nice, squish.
I like this game. I had no
It's
idea this even
fun,
existed.
man. This game is so much fun.
This is gonna get competitive in my house now.
Yeah, Devin and Basil, those guys.
Yeah, they play it a lot. I have no idea.
No, can't tell who's getting smushed.
It's censored.
Oh, there, Corey. Got it.
Waiting for you in the weeds.
I thought you were gonna.
Oh, I can't jump in there. Crap. I didn't realize it was like a tunnel.
Oh.
Nice face. Oh! Instant karma.
Trash.
Just
Back.
talking crap and then getting it right away.
The fake throw.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Oh, no!
Where is it?
No way!
As if.
Stalemate.
There's a minute left. Corey's got most of the screens cleared.
No,
He's on the
this
final
smells-
stage.
Go,
was a-
go, Scott.
That was a dagger, man.
Just.
And I'm down.
Nope.
Oh, this guy? Who is this guy? Oh,
Corey. Scott came back. Oh, nope, no more.
I thought I had that.
I tried to jump. I was like, crap, I shouldn't have went in there.
Oh, you took his sword with him.
I just can't make any progress.
Really getting down to it. Oh, crap. That was a
there you
good
go.
toss. That was a good toss.
Just anticipate the. Oh no, you're up here. Okay. See ya.
This game.
Oh, it's so.
Oh no!
Oh, I threw it at you, too.
Oh.
Back
Corey's
to the
got
middle,
10
10
8
seconds.
seconds,
It's in the
no.
middle.
No! I think he got me.
Oh no.
There's
Oh,
4,
Jay.
3,
Stay alive. Just stay
2.
alive.
Oh,
No!
God.
Ready.
Oh, this
What
is
is
sudden death.
this? Oh, it's a battle. It's a duel till the end. Winner.
Hey, I had no idea what was going on there.
I was just trying to hide
The bushes scare everybody. You threw it, and I just heard like the parry, like the dodge, like I deflected it, and I was like, I don't even know where he's at.
on.
All right. So
Okay, that's an intense overtime sudden death round.
I didn't think.
All or nothing.
Oh man. All right.
Good round, Scott. That was fun.
All right, Corey
That's a
takes
fun
that.
game.
It's now up to me and Nate. Let's see what happens here. Nate's purple. On whatever that's supposed to be.
Devil.
All right.
No.
Here we go.
Kind of reminds me of the devil
That's a
from Robot Hell.
too.
Yeah, you're the devil from Futurama.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Ah, I threw my sword away.
This is going to be an interesting 5 minutes.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He's been on a comeback though.
Oh, we didn't pick up. Oh, there you go.
That was clean.
Oh, right at my foot. Run!
Oh, dude, those got grass, man.
The grass is tough.
I like these different maps.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It changes the environment and how you attack people.
I always die here. No. Oh, no.
Oh.
I have the higher ground.
Oh.
Oh!
I gotta give that one up. Oh,
I know, it starts you up there. Uh-oh.
oh this is.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I lost it.
Go!
Oh, I just stood up and got it.
Oh!
Good one.
You can't see when the throw's coming, and it's just like, uh-oh. Let's see if Drew and his little dagger can make it any farther. Oh, he is on a run.
That's all I got. No, not here yet.
Is your-
Oh! It's always there. I can't get past.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
All right, you got this.
I'm just gonna. Nope.
Oh, this is your best opportunity, Drew.
I know.
Hand-to-hand combat. You kicked him out.
There you go,
Make
dude.
it past. No.
This didn't last long.
Nah, didn't last very long at all. Oh, come on.
Oh, you keep pressing B to kick you and it does nothing.
The showdown.
Come on.
This is a standoff. Guys, I said this was going to be an interesting 5 minutes.
I just can never make it past here. Oh!
Hey, Drew, it's a mental thing, man.
It's got me. It's got me.
I'm in your head.
Oh, nice.
Go for that long bomb throw. Oh, I thought you were going to. Oh, the doorway. You wouldn't have been able to get her through.
Ah.
Oh, doesn't sacrifice the sword. Oh.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh, I keep throwing it.
Run! Just. No. Damn, man.
All right, here it is.
Level. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
You gotta get past him, Drew. That's what you gotta do.
Oh, I thought I had it.
No.
No. Come on.
Oh, not again. I always get there with
Get
no
outta
weapon.
here.
You guys are really swapping between two screens this time. Oh!
So-
Here we go. Oh, gets him again. The arrows. OP move.
I can't block it.
Oh!
How do you block the middle?
Killtrocity. Oh, he dodges it. This is a ballsy move.
Oh,
What's going on?
In the weeds. No.
Oh,
oh, this might.
oh! He wasn't even looking.
I
He
wasn't even
deflected it.
looking. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Friendships will be tested during game on. Oh,
Oh, stomped out.
good old fashioned beatdown. Oh, the power move.
Finals.
Look at that slide. Oh, the sprint is on. Wow, he spawns in the tree.
No. Oh.
See ya.
What was that?
Oh,
I ledge
The
crap.
squirrel was talking to you.
50 seconds left.
No, I gotta finish this.
Can you do it?
oh, this is a big one.
Oh!
Oh, that's it? No!
I think that's. Oh, you got one more chance.
Oh, come on. You're just stalling. Oh, no. Crap. Run. Oh, it's your side. Oh, how did flip?
Oh, vicious.
Whoa.
Oh, he catches you.
I don't know about that
He
one.
caught you. Oh, here we go. Whoa, how did he dodge that?
Ah.
That went right through him.
Gonna go down to a duel.
No!
8 seconds. 6 seconds. Go, go.
Oh, you
Oh, it's gonna be a duel.
Duel in the weeds.
Man.
All right, all right.
It's so. Oh, he's gone.
Where'd they go? Hi.
Oh! Oh!
No.
Hand-to-hand combat!
Down to Mortal Kombat. Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be a vicious battle.
No! All right.
Not bad, boys. Here, I'll take that one.
That was great.
Oh yeah, you won, didn't you? All right. All right. So heading to the finals, we have Corey, player 1, Nate, player 4. This is it, boys. Down to you two. Man, that last dual screen.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so close. I had you. I was this close.
Oh, wow. Look at us.
All right, naked bums, get going.
All right.
Yeah,
You ready to do
now
this?
in this segment.
All right, let's do it.
No, you're not. You suck. Oh, it's a new level. You should have picked the train level. Oh, drown yourself there, Nate. All right, let's see what we got here.
This is really cool.
Oh, I thought I could just run past it, but it was a
yeah.
dual screen.
There you go. Run. Now run.
I don't want to pick up a sword.
Oh, you just turned around. Gotcha. Ah. Just stood there.
I know.
The no mix-up, mix-up.
Oh, ooh,
Oh, come on.
nice.
Oh, smooth.
The stomping is just ridiculous in this game. Oh, what?
I'll take it.
I thought I got the attack. Oh, nice slide.
All right, Corey. So you know this is really a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah,
Nate is
I understand. I understand.
All right, no pressure. Just saying.
Hey guys.
Or is
for
it
the
the
underdog
pressure
here.
on Nate because see if you can pull off a third one.
Oh!
That's it.
Right in the knee every time.
Oh, I didn't mean to throw
Where
it.
were you throwing that?
I didn't mean to throw it. I threw it in the air. I was like, uh-oh.
Like that's gone.
She gone.
Oh,
Nice toss.
Oh,
It's a battle.
sneaky.
Huh?
The duel. Oh, you got him.
Back to this.
Oh, it's the main
I can't
screen.
get by it.
It's tough.
That's stuck, man.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Nate just running. Oh.
I was like, I think I get the bow next.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh. Oh.
Legolas moves.
Oh, nice duck.
Oh! That was nasty. That was nasty.
In there.
Got deflection there.
This is very.
Oh, this is irritating.
This is so funny.
Oh! The weapons have switched hands.
Oh, let's just run. Oh! Corey, off the glacier
It
in
looked
the
like
water.
it looked like you just slipped and
And he
fell
did it
off.
again.
I know. I was trying to throw.
Just get- Nate helps him out by doing the same. Oh, there you go. Run!
Half the round is over. We're finally getting to the right side.
Oh, just jumped him. Nice.
Oh!
Nate springs back up.
Yeah, that was a beauty stomp.
Ooh.
Oh, nice block.
Corey's like, I did it by accident.
Yep.
I meant to do that.
Oh, what? Oh, crap.
Oh. There you go. Get him.
No pressure.
Aw.
Oh.
Stalemate back in the middle again.
Oh, I
In the face!
Oh!
Oh, crap.
Oh. Oh, nice
Oh.
slide.
I like
Corey's
that.
going for it. He's got 2 minutes to get to the other side.
No, I slid into the stomp.
Out with a stomp instead. Oh, you guys saved by the house.
Got that.
Why? Where's my guy? Oh,
He's right there on the other side. Look at it. There he is.
yeah. He just like popped up at the end of that one.
Oh, I thought I was going to hunt you down.
Crap, I threw my sword at you for no reason.
It's the ice, man.
The ice is tough. This is a tough part of the map here.
Oh.
Boots him in the water.
Oh, I thought I was at
It's
the
in
end.
the middle again. You guys are going to duel. I'm anxious to see what the duel screen is.
Oh, the dual screen here? Yeah, actually, that's true.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Thanks for the boat.
Next one, I'll take this. Oh, and ain't going too high.
Oh, didn't get far.
Back and forth. Time limit. Good idea there, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine.
You're like, it's midnight, guys, so you just want to, like, somebody just
Yeah.
call her.
2 of us are sleeping on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to slide.
Man.
This is, it's so intense, man. Oh.
Oh, no, Corey.
no.
Come on, where's the end of this?
Oh, why? Why? It was always.
There it is.
I don't like the respawn.
Oh, just run. Just run. No. Corey, run.
No.
Killing him first.
Out for blood. I didn't have enough time.
5
We're on the
seconds.
middle screen.
Right in the middle again.
Where are you? Where are you?
Save this.
Oh.
Okay. Who's falling in the water? Oh, hold up. Scott, you got dibs? Who got dibs?
I'm gonna put it on Corey.
Falling in the water? That's real. That could happen.
It'll be a hero moment. He's about to win.
All right, you
So we
ready?
got Corey on winning this one?
Can we
gonna lose.
go? Can we do this?
All right, you guys go.
All right, you ready, Nate?
Yeah.
I got Corey falling in the water, too.
Oh!
Man, that was quick.
I'm glad you guys believed in me. That's great. Thanks. Perfect.
It was the underdog method, buddy. Unfortunately,
Well, I didn't fall in the water.
Nate,
Fortunately.
unfortunately, Corey took a sword to the face, didn't even make it to the water. Nate was his 3rd one in a row. That is it for this Game On segment. Boys, it's a whole new Game On next week. Let's head back to the show. All right, Scott, you and I checked out Etherborn. This is by Altered Matter. We went into a preview build of the game. It's not out yet. What do you think of this mind-bending game?
I feel like we've just scratched the tip of the iceberg here. There's a lot I see to this game. There's big open vistas, and the art style is blowing me away.
The art style is really cool. This poly kind of twist on the game.
Kind of vectored graphics,
Yeah,
but also a good paint scheme. There's some pastel colors and
It's
really
soft,
light.
it's gentle, it's got this kind of this majestic feel to it. I really liked it.
Very computer simulator. I don't know where we exist in this game if we're in a computer, but kind of has that feeling to it. And the levels, we've only gotten a few glimpses of the levels so far.
We had
but-
access to 3 levels, right?
Yeah,
So,
and one's kind of more of a tutorial, so
Absolutely.
it doesn't really count. It just kind of introduces you to the art. And the second one that I saw, I don't know if you got to it, but it is amazing.
that's really, really cool. It kind of caught me off guard, to be honest. I was getting this huge feel of the game is going to open up even more, and we're just scratching, like you said, just scratching the surface, right? But it's the way the world alters and twists and turns, because you're on one platform, but honestly, the minute you kind of go around to this edge, it flips the world. And sometimes only to get to that edge, you need to be on kind of like around the corner.
And,
Or, like, how do you
yeah,
explain
you know,
this? Because it just twists and turns.
The gravity, I don't want to say the gravity is weird because it doesn't, it's just you'll fall towards your feet. You will fall downward,
Well,
no matter which way you're facing off of the wall. So it's all about planning your jumps, planning your falls
Yeah.
to get through the puzzles and to get back and get these orbs that kind of move the map around. So some parts of the map open up, and then you can jump really far and get these crazy falls, and then you're in like this whole other little section.
Yeah, it's really cool the way the world works, because if you're on one plane right now, but you can curve up. Next thing you know, you're walking up the side of the wall, and then that turns around, and then everything else turns around. And sometimes you have to play off those maneuvers, then to drop down to another level, and then to kind of get back to the next to collect orbs, which unlock other areas to search and go into.
It almost feels like you're walking around a Rubik's Cube as it kind of shifts around,
Yeah,
because
that's
the
a good-
perspective changes on it, and then you might see like a whole new option to go down, and it's been right in front of your eyes the whole time.
Absolutely.
But when you're flipped upside down, now all of a sudden it's obvious. It's really cool.
It is cool.
One of the first maps you jump into is this really big open bridge, sets of bridges and fog,
Yeah.
and long vistas, and it has a very unique visual style. But the second one was definitely my preferred one,
Yeah, it was
where
cool.
there's acid baths and acid waterfalls everywhere across the map, and you have to fall from one rock to like an entirely other rock and then back, and the puzzle system gets very complicated in that level. But it's only
Yeah.
the second or third level, so I want to see where this game goes and how complicated it can really get.
Absolutely. This is a really cool take on a new game that isn't out yet, but we had access to because all these different puzzles and the way you're, like the Rubik's Cube you mentioned, that was a perfect analogy of how this game really operates. It's so cool. I'm definitely looking forward to checking out more when the game actually reaches its release.
Follow my voice.
I'm back in the Oculus, and I'm a god. All right, I'm jumping into Tabletop Gods. That's right, I am a god, apparently. Now, first off, I want to give a shout out and a big thanks to Ghostfish Games, who sat down with me for about an hour and a half on their Discord as we went over a couple issues I was having with the game. Their game is actually really good. The issue was not their side, so I want to let you know that it was my issue, not Ghostfish. Those guys were nice enough to take the time out of their day to help me fix what I was going through. It was a kind of a graphical glitch I was having through my graphics card. So a big shout out and a thank you to them for having the time for me. All right, so this is Tabletop Gods, and basically it is a tabletop game from a god's perspective in VR. You're hovering around this table and you're maneuvering things around. It is a tower defense kind of style thing where you can set up points where you want to hold positions and you want to destroy the other towers. It's very cool. I've had a lot of fun with this, and let's check out some gameplay. This is our tabletop in Tabletop Gods, a virtual reality board game, more or less, but we have the ability to kind of move around the board game, as you can see. The vision will kind of narrow down so you don't get motion sickness, which is always nice because I can easily become motion sick. We can go way above and we can come all the way back down and actually get like tabletop height. Like, look at this. And then you can walk in, take a look around, move in a little bit closer, take a look at these trees. Either way, let's get going here. The idea is we're going to pick one of our classes, one of the factions, the human, the undead, or the demons, which has just been added to the game. We're going to go with the humans. Human
Round
versus
one.
humans.
Prepare for war.
I want to set up a couple traps. We're going to get ready before we get started here. I have 40 seconds to figure out what I want to lay around on the red side of the board game. The red side is my side, and if I hold down the left trigger on my controller, I can see my options here. So I have 6 points left, which gives me a few options to choose from. Quickly
Lightning
selecting lightning trap. That's kind of cool.
Mana Catalyst. Lightning Tower. 10.
Lightning
9,
tower.
8.
I think
7,
we'll set right
6,
there.
5.
So you can zap
4,
these guys.
3.
Now we're gonna head to the board game itself
1.
and get going with our actual guys. All right, so there's our little minions gonna get started here. They have theirs over here. Ours are heading out right now. They just dropped more on the board on this side. We're waiting for our resources to fill up, and from there we'll be able to deploy different factions or different guys to go out and take over stuff. I saw something up there. I want to send out
Knights, archers, giants.
a giant over here. Let's see if we can take out that tower. We're gonna circle around. He's getting shot at for sure.
Wizard.
I don't know what the wizard does. Let's see. There, that's what I thought. Okay.
Champions cost 8 mana to deploy.
So, Mana is about to get up here. We'll send out our champion.
Bomber.
The game was really cool. It's actually a lot of fun.
Mana
It's different to
generation
take on
has
a game
increased.
like this. To play a board game in a virtual reality. It's unique. Definitely unique. Okay, that tower is getting low. We're gonna send out some more guys.
Champion.
Champion.
Wizard.
Alright, you guys are holding up over here. There's some wizard. They just
That's
bombed me.
one less enemy stronghold.
Send out more troops. More of them. I always seem to hit. There we go. That one's going down, that tower. But there's 3 rounds total. And the minute we take over an area,
An
we
enemy
can then
troop has leveled
move into that area.
up. Giants.
Which is always kind of cool. Yeah, giant up here going.
Archers. Knights.
And there's the knights. Might need backup. One of our traps are gone, I think. Yeah. Let's see.
Your mana generation has increased.
Do I have... Do you have a fireball?
Knights. Archers. Giants. Wizard. Champion. Bomber. Fireball.
There it is. Let's see if we can blow something up. There it goes. That's always fun. Alright, we need some guys over here.
Champion. Wizard. Giants.
Wizard can get to work. The giant to work.
Archers.
And some archers to take care of this area. We're gonna defend over here a bit too, as well as up top.
An enemy stronghold has fallen.
Alright, we're doing well. Already got rid of 3 strongholds, 3 to go.
Archers. 10.
We have 10 seconds
9,
left.
8, 7, 6, 5,
We get rid of these guys. Come on.
3, 2, 1. Champion round over.
Okay. Round 1 done. We did pretty well.
Round.
Now we're on a round 2, so we're gonna
Prepare for war.
resupply our settings here.
Lightning trap.
The lightning
Mana
trap.
catalyst. Lightning tower.
I'd like to see the lightning tower go to work, to be honest. Can we put it? Yeah, we can put it. We can actually set it. Let's set it here. The lightning tower can go to work over there. And one right there.
Mana catalyst.
Let's set this up. There.
10, 9, 8, 7.
All right, there we go.
6,
I
5,
think it's a pretty good
4,
kind of defense
3,
setup.
2, 1. War.
Alright. Send that out. Let's send these guys out over here. Circle around. Oh, see, they got a lightning trap too.
Harden.
We can strengthen these guys a bit.
Fireball.
Once they die, I think we might just bomb that thing. Oh, they didn't die. They survived. It's awesome. So the fireball needs to recharge. Oh, it's recharged. That's so cool in this game. Hey, we need some resources over here. Let's go this way. We're gonna circle around. Where'd that guy go?
Champion. Wizard. Giant. Archers.
So archers there for a setup. We have more guys needed over here.
Knights.
Knights are always the guys who are gonna push forward quickly, but their defense is well, they're the weakest class,
Fireball.
right? Another fireball. Recharging still.
Your
Yeah,
knights have leveled up.
the knights have reached the level. Send them there. Ooh, they got me. Okay, it's all right. Send this guy in.
That's one less enemy stronghold.
Another wizard. So we have 2 strongholds left. Kind of dominating this one. This one's really good. All right, so that is Tabletop Gods, a different perspective on a tabletop game in VR when we're hovering over top this tower defense-like game. I've had a great time, really enjoyed the aspect of how you can get down to almost the level, get really involved in this game, and then pop right out, send your demons around, or the humans, depending on the faction that you wanted to go with. Had a great time. I'm going with the 7.5.
The enemy has lost a stronghold.
That's it. They're in
Wizard.
trouble. We
Enemy
pretty well
troop
have this
has
one. So
lost.
this is playing God to send out your minions with unique powers is a blast. Take over towers to own the tabletop. This is a must-have for board game enthusiasts. It's well worth a playthrough. It's a different take on a board game that I've never played anything like this. It's got that tower defense
You
feel,
are victorious.
and we just won. That's perfect. All right. Cool. All right, Nate, you and I are doing something a little unique because we're talking about the Division 2 with an early preview review. All right, Nate, this one is a little different because we are talking about the Division 2, and the Division 2 is big. So this is kind of that review in progress kind of thing. We're gonna take a look at it, where we are at the point this week. At the point right now, I am about 13, 14 hours in, sitting at almost level 10. I feel like I have done a lot of stuff and barely scratched the surface, right? How are you feeling about the Division 2 so far?
So we've got to play a lot of Anthem lately, right? So
Absolutely.
Be able to compare it to this, and honestly, I could say Division 2 comes out really strong. Actually,
It does.
it's really tough by yourself, which is something I'm still struggling with,
I don't think I want to play it by myself, ever. Ever.
and that's part of the problem. I feel like
Yeah.
just like building my character and all this stuff. It's really hard, when I'm just by myself doing this, man.
Well, first of all, your character is brutal. That character customization option,
was a little
honestly,
weak.
wasn't weak. It just sucked. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When you get into a world that is all about building your character and having that suit your personality, it's just not there. I didn't find it was in the first division, and they didn't do much different in the second division, which is, it hurts because I love to I'll sit there for a good 45 minutes to an hour, just customizing and fine-tuning my character. Or basically, you jump in, you randomize till you get something that you kind of like, and then you kind of do minor tweaks and then move on. But really, it was so minor.
12 male faces, and I imagine the female faces are probably the same.
Yep, they were.
So, and you can adjust the cheekbones and stuff, but again, like I said, it's just minor and weak. Like, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
much. And even the clothing options.
What clothing options?
Exactly. That is part
Yeah,
of the problem.
where?
That was Division 1's big thing when you first played the game. You were unlocking jackets and sweaters and helmets and whatever.
No.
And it's all aesthetics and like cosmetics, sorry, but
Yep.
now I think it's hidden behind loot boxes.
Oh, I don't know. Right
I
now, to
think
be
it
honest,
is.
it's all gear. Like, anything that drops is gear related. Every time I shoot something, most times I'm getting gear. There's always something to kind of either scrap or upgrade to. So I do appreciate that the fact that this looter shooter is full of loot.
Yes, and pretty much everything you get seems like it just slowly boosts, your
A little bit.
your armor and stuff. So
Yeah.
at least there's that too. I've gotten quite a bit of greens and blues now. I'm working on the blues, so I'm not that far into this game. I'm about 8 hours in.
Yeah, I'm starting to reach some of that purple stuff now that's starting to drop. So, like, oh, nice. I'll take this and I'll take that. But I find the biggest loop that I'm starting to get into now is the settlements. Those settlements that are in the game are like, okay, there's this project. check off this box, that box, this box, that box, and then we'll go to this box and that box, and then there's an upgrade to my settlement, which is the stuff I really like to kind of get in and mingle with, because I love to see my stuff just, it goes from a basic rundown settlement to all of a
Boxes
sudden, boom,
everywhere, everything's disorganized
Yep.
to an actual working place.
Well, exactly. There's a water station, and there's a gaming room over here for the kids to hang out with, right? There's a barbecue over there. So all this stuff is going on, but you have to go out in the world, which is beautiful.
Yes.
But
I really like the color scheme and the setting that they
it's-
went for this time compared to Division 1. It does not like look the same at all, which I can appreciate, you know what I mean?
DC looks like an entire mess through there. There is like just junk everywhere, all over the place. If you take a look, too, you see all the cars and the doors. All the doors are like open just this much, so you can. We're just gonna close that one now.
You know they threw that in there
Absolutely.
completely intentional.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Now, if you're gonna wrap up this review in progress of the Division 2, because right now I'm sitting at just around the level 10 in 14 hours.
Yep.
You're in around the 8 to 9 hour mark. We are going to come back to this again once we hit the level 30, because that's a whole new game then.
Absolutely. We haven't even touched on the Division, really speaking.
Yeah, it kind of feels like this is almost not like the halfway point until you hit level 30. So we'll be back into this review when we hit that level. We got a lot more grinding to do. But until then, what do you score in the Division 2 review in progress?
So it's actually going to get a 7.5. Has a weak start. Characters are a little, my characters sucks.
Yeah.
So that's where that 7.5 is, but once we get to the late game.
I'm right there with you. Without having that interaction and my character saying nothing, the character customization I didn't find very well done at all. Like I didn't have much to do there. Texture pop in, the enemy just drops out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm kind of sitting and I'm there with the 7.5 as well.
The Division 2 is a strong sequel and a great addition to the loot shooter genre. Suffering only from the difficulty of playing solo and some texture and NPC pop-ins, the rest of the game is grade A quality. Lots of loot to earn, missions, and objectives to complete. We look forward to advancing to the end game.
All right, Corey, there's another episode in the books. Now, each and every week, you guys reach out to us at InsideTheGame.ca. We're there. We highlight one of your clips. Who do we have this week?
This week we're at Collins1425 with a really interesting, creative siege end round kill.
Nice. Let's check it out.
Seconds. Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful. 5 seconds left. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
So we all knew Google was up to something. Just what did they have in mind? Oh, I was kind of like, crap.
You listened to us too long.
Nah.
Damn, I wanted to start it off kind of funny, but it's just, I don't know exactly what I want to do, but anyways, I was gonna be like, "Arr, matey."
So the Division 2 is a good, how to, nope. It's a good
Good game. That's a good clue.
I edit this show? No.
I feel like that is a bit of it's a drawback, straight up. If you I shouldn't say straight up. I don't say that.
There's actually nothing wrong with something. I know what you're saying though, like just conversations.
I said it like it caught me off.
Too hood, straight up, you know?
Straight up, bro.
Like, I just said that.